Mr. Ridge is, but I'm imagining he's talking with somebody at the show. Doesn't know what time it is. Anyway, I don't know if he's just going to pop in here or how it might work, but anyway. I'm here. I'm hanging out. I'll hang out with you guys. I think his attention is in a gazillion different places all at once. Sort of hoping the link kind of works after I'm live, but it's been a while since I've done all this, so I don't remember how it all goes. There I am. There I am. I'm here. Hanging out with Minion at the wood stove. I could hang out other places, but this is where I want to be. It's dark outside. Been doing the water thing, turning ice into water repeatedly over and over. Hey, Minion. It's been going good. Yeah, it's been going pretty good. It's been going pretty good. He gets all whiny when I'm just talking for not no reason, but I was gonna say he thinks it's no reason, but he knows there's like a video or something because we do this a lot. And he's very quiet and peaceful until there's a whole lot of talking. For whatever reason. I fire you or Ridge? Oh, I don't know. Might have to fire both of us. Yes. Yes, Minion. Yes, Lord Minion. Yeah, he's being a very good boy. It's almost his dinner time. That could be some of the problem. Is it almost time for Minion to have some food? Is it? Could be almost that time. I think it's almost that time. Forgot to put you and Charlotte out when I fed the other dogs, though. We have a routine, and I missed part of it. And you guys are going to have to go out just a little bit later at the end of this live. Yes, sir. Man, thanks. He just wants to join the conversation. He does. He really does. Sitting in the food court at Sam's Club. Finished a rotisserie chicken. Having a 4-berry sundae. That's awesome. Wish I could just randomly get to a Sam's Club without difficulty. There is one an hour and a half away. I think it's an hour and a half away. I think it's a Sam's Club. It is an hour and a half away. It's the place I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Anyway, but it's not an hour and a half when the roads are all icy and dumb. Now, who isn't getting fired? It's Jen. She won't get fired. Nope, she won't. Nope. Sam's Club. I didn't even know Sam's Club had like a. They have like a little restaurant inside. I haven't been in a Sam's Club in a decade. Probably. If not beyond that. Because I didn't have a membership. And, what do I need Sam's Club for? Like, I'm not trying to buy food for a whole family or anything. Although, if they sell dog food or something at a good price, it'd be possibly worth it. Dog food and whole corn, that'd be handy. Some rabbit food. I like to grow my own rabbit food. Oh my goodness. Oh, maybe did that. There he is.
We're late. I'm sorry. We were talking to somebody.
I'm glad it worked after the fact, though.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn the camera this way. So I had it the other way earlier.
Okay.
We're gonna try. I'm gonna hang up on you. Is what's gonna happen because I can't get this thing into the mount. I'm gonna try it this way.
Oh man.
And then give me just a moment while I reconfigure my life.
Okay. He made it, guys. He made it. I knew he'd be here eventually. He'd eventually notice there was nothing on the TV screen anyway.
Hey, Kimbo.
We were talking about Sam's Club.
Hey, mother of cats.
Food place, you can get pizza and hot dogs. That's cool. I don't know anything about a Costco either. I don't have a Costco in West Virginia. Might be the only state that I don't have a store in. How's the show going today? I don't know if you can hear me. You might not be able to hear me. How's the audio, guys? That works. That looks good. Yeah. You can't talk to me. Got me muted probably, which is fine because the show's noisy. Audio is good. That's good. Doesn't seem to be as loud at the show as it was earlier. Minion. I should take Minion to a show. It'd be so much fun.
And microphone.
Okay. Now how's the audio, guys?
Maybe we don't need the microphone. Maybe we should just use my phone, huh? If it was working better.
I think the microphone makes it makes the background noise worse.
Now I don't hear you at all. Let me see if I can fix it again.
Okay. See what happens. Oh, it froze up. Hopefully that's not permanent. All right, left.
Okay, how's that now?
That's okay with me. I'll let the chat let me know how it sounds. It's possible that the phone microphone
the volume's way down.
better just because it has noise canceling, and I don't know if yours.
There we go.
I'll see what the people say.
I got it.
The ones that would
It works. Yeah, background noise is loud. Let me try not using the microphone and just using the phone.
Yeah, let's try that.
Let's try that.
I think the noise canceling will be better on the native mic. Oh, Minion's sprawled out. Minion doing good. I don't hear a thing. Not background noise. Oh. I don't think I hear a thing. I might just not hear Ridge. Minion. Cease. Cease. Cease and desist. Don't hear Ridge. Yeah, I think he got muted somehow.
Can you hear me now?
Kind of.
So I got to get really, really close to the phone.
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
Yeah, once
we're
we
gonna
can
have
see
to
the
stick with
nostril
this.
hairs, then it's close enough.
Exactly. Nobody wants this.
Oh man, it's tough in a noisy environment.
The only other thing I can do is I can try to switch the dead cat out for a different kind of muff, but I think this one is better.
Okay. Yeah, good chance.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see if this is.
They said it's pretty good, so which is better than what they were saying earlier.
Yeah, but I guess they're getting a lot of background noise.
A lot of people are wearing. Yeah.
I'm going to turn this off while I do this because otherwise it's going to be horrendously loud.
Sounds better than before. That's good. Less background and more loudness. Cool. Always technical stuff to do, guys. Ridge is a tech guy, so he has to do lots of technical stuff. Very important. Very important part of the process. Got several tech friends. They all have to do much technical configurations. Or the natural mic muff. That's right. Yep. I've found it actually helps with the microphone in the wind, tucking the mic behind the beard. All right, let me grab something. Lord Minion, you have the scene for a sec.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Lord Minion, you have the scene. It's all Minion.
Okay, how about now? You guys still getting the background noise really bad?
Comes through real quiet on mine. But we'll see what the commenters say.
Yeah.
They're the ones that know all this stuff.
I stuck it inside of my shirt.
Much better, not as bad.
Unfortunately, that's not going to work if somebody else wants to talk to you, though.
Right?
Yeah. I am generally louder than Nate, though.
Yep. He's definitely louder than me. Especially when I'm not here. Because very quiet over here. Talking loudly seems very strange and out of place. And gets Minion all worked up.
If I stand back farther, does the echo go away?
Let's see. I kind of doubt it. It might help a little bit.
Huh. Not enough. Okay.
You could try standing behind the speakers, and you'd have to point the phone different. I'm not sure how it's all arranged there.
Oh, Nate has the echo?
Well, they hear me with the echo, but obviously
Yeah,
they're
I was
hearing
going
me
to
through
say,
your mic.
there's a speaker that's pointed like right at me because there's so
Yeah,
much background noise.
that would do it.
It would be hard for everybody to hear. Yeah, you hear Nate echo.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Okay, so yeah, I was like,
We have to buy a better microphone.
Yeah.
yeah,
Unfortunately, the cheap microphones are cheap microphones.
Are cheap, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to turn this off.
All right. Whatever else you do, I will know because, I'm quiet enough.
Okay. I'm going to turn this off so that you guys don't get the weird echoes and stuff. But if someone comes up and wants to chat with Nate, then I'll turn it back on.
Easy enough.
How do you guys like the wider view? So this is the front-facing camera on my phone versus the rear-facing one. So it's, yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. You can see a little more of the show. Invisiga hanging in
Yeah.
the middle. Yeah, a press to talk would actually be awesome.
That's a great idea.
I feel like that's an old school tech that's been lost in modern equipment. It's not anything that anybody really does anymore.
Yeah. Okay. You guys like the wider view? Okay. Cool. I'm gonna shut this off. And ooh, $200. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna
My
shut this off. And then
wireless lapel mic costs $300, and it was on sale. So yeah,
I'm gonna shut this off, and we'll kick it back on. Yeah.
Mine's not even the greatest mic ever. It's yeah. I feel like it's an entry level mic, but not too bad. All right, commenters, what are we going to talk about? Stuff gets expensive. Not sure if the new stuff's worth it anymore. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way sometimes. Yeah, I think he got it. He said it was $18. I think he got it off Amazon. But yeah, it's definitely one of the cheaper mics out there, and they can serve a purpose. But look at your teeps. I need to look at your teeps, Minion. You actually lost a tooth. When did that happen? Minion's missing a tooth. It's not the one he had the infection in either. When did that happen? I've been keeping you from eating hard stuff. How's this tooth doing? Don't mind me performing random medical examinations while I'm alive. You look like you're doing good, but you're missing a front tooth, and that's crazy. When did that happen? That's crazy. Yeah, the tooth he's having trouble with is one of his big molars, I guess, in the back. But he's totally missing a front tooth, like it's just not there. I'll find a tooth in my beard next week, right? That'd be crazy. It's even crazier. You're missing teeth. I have a feeling that Minion's starting to have a lot of teeth issues, which is really unfortunate. But apparently, it's very common in small dogs to start having a lot of teeth missing, or go bad. I don't mind the missing so much because that problem kind of resolves itself. But the infected tooth, which he hasn't been on antibiotics for a couple weeks now, it's still looking fine. Nothing's swelling. I know exactly what to be looking for, and I have more antibiotics to give him if I see it flaring up before his surgery. And then I will, of course, give him that. I'll probably start him back on the antibiotics before the surgery so that when we get there, there's for sure no flare ups. But there's no reason for him to be on antibiotics for like a month. It's February 8th, I think, is his surgery, which actually is coming. It's not obviously not a month away anymore, but Armenia needs dentures, right? Needs something. It's something. Now he's just getting soft food, and we're watching his teeth and the gums around him and all that stuff. Make sure nothing flares up for Minion. Day after the birthday. How's it going, Minion? Doing good? Doing good? Everything going good for Minion? He's just being quiet, laying still. He's hysterical. Oh, we'll have to see what we can do with the lives to tomorrow. Maybe we'll be able to do it full screen and Ridge will be able to pop in and out. I'm not sure if you can leave and rejoin a dual live without ending the original live and starting over, but that might be kind of cool. Then again, maybe you guys don't mind the split screen at all. I'm not sure. Anyone else chilling in there? Dagger's in here somewhere. Although I have to admit, I do not know his current location. But he's still in here. Charlo's over in her spot. Minion's in his. We hanging out, Minion. We hanging out. Hanging out with the people. Checking out Invisigig. Invisigig at the show. But yeah, it works really good when I set up everything on my end to have a super clear stream and kill the other stream and just use the phone. Like internet's really solid. Dagger is being a indoor cat today. He's been in and out like several times though. Like he's not real content hanging out in one spot for too long. He's gotta head on out. Very, very important to Dagger to be able to go in and out. He wishes I'd leave the door open all the time, but I'm not doing that. That's too crazy. Back, where is he? Well, there was too much feedback from the microphone, and and speaker setup. So ducks using the greenhouse more now. They don't like to use it at night, and it's really, really annoying. They've gotten used to getting fed in there, so when they're hungry, they run in there, but at night they're just like, tonight we're about 50-50, but we'll see. It's if they stay there. Kitten's like that, wants out, and then in 5 minutes later, yep, Dagger's the same way. Any other indoor cats today? Yeah, all the cats have come in here at least once today. According to Google AI, yes, you can leave and join a YouTube live. Process depends if you're the host or the guest. Well, cool. And you can join with the original link again. That's a win. Yep. Okay. We might I'll have to talk to Ridge later. We might just do that and have him do more of a pop in and out sort of thing. We'll see how that goes. Ducks probably feel trapped in the greenhouse despite the open door. They might. Yep. Yeah, they've since I haven't been cooping them, they've gotten a little more of their wild instincts. They really like to be able to scatter, which works out good if a predator does come up to them because they'll just scatter everywhere. And if they're all cooped up somewhere, cooped up somewhere, they're all cooped up, then yeah, they're like sitting ducks. Look at me with the euphemisms. But yeah, there been bed wars today. Besides me, no, nope. No, everything's been pretty peaceful on the bed front. Dagger has decided to chill in one of the two other beds available to him, which is kind of wild. Actually, one of the three beds available. There's so many beds in here. One's not available right now because I'm sitting in it. I had to go to my area. Right, Minion. I had to go to the area. Yeah. It's fun watching them all scatter. It is kind of, except for I'm usually freaked out. Like, what made you guys scatter? And then I usually find out one of the ducks sneezed or something, and that's what all the issue was. It's kind of funny. Other news, my electric's getting low enough. I'm gonna have to start a generator, and I tried to start one just before I started this live actually, and it didn't go well. It's too cold. My backup generator is sitting in the garage though, which is above freezing. So I'm gonna use that one. Point the exhaust at the generator, the propane generator, and hopefully by the time it runs out of gasoline, gas lasts about 4 hours in that tank, and I can switch over to the propane and do that. So if not, I don't have many options other than to cut my usage back significantly, which you guys will know by the fact that I would make a video about it and kill the internet and streaming computer and many other things and only turn them on occasionally throughout the day, kind of like my unrolling blackout. So hopefully we don't get to that point. It's why I have another generator inside. So glad YouTube allows people to go live together. Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's kind of cool. Glad to see Minion finally got his bed back. Thank you for all the helpful insight. For those looking to become self-sufficient, you're welcome. Yep, sometimes you need to prioritize energy. That's right. And I don't need to run the generator for at least another day or two. But the reason I'm attempting to do that now is because I would rather keep it topped off in case there's an issue. That way, like now, I discovered there's an issue, generator won't start. Well, I have a day or two to figure something out before I have to go to plan B. That's what I like to do. Jen put you in timeout from Washington, right? Like podcasting with guests so much easier. Absolutely. Absolutely would. Yes, Minion. Yes, Minion. Yes, Minion. Yes, he's a very noisy Minion. Very noisy. Mhm. Maybe we should get you a dental implant, Minion, for your missing front tooth. What do you think about that? Your internet career might be over if you don't have a pretty smile anymore. Hey. Yeah, all the people might not like you because you're missing one tooth. Oh, you think they're still gonna like you? They might. They might like. They might like you even missing one tooth. They might. We'll see. We'll have to see how it works out. It'll be pretty to be on the internet. No, I'm not saying I'm pretty just because I'm on the internet. Know where I'm going with that. It's endearing. Stop making him doubt himself, right? Stop feeding him lies, Nate. Can I give a dog dental implant? They totally can.
Nate, you in the house?
Hey, how's
You
it
got
going?
you got a doppelganger over here at the sportsman show.
Oh,
I
that's
thought you
really
were a guy I
cool.
just met like an hour ago. You look just like this other guy.
Well, cool. Maybe Rich should get him to come over to the booth and pretend to be me for a little bit. That'd be kind of nice.
There you go.
I said there's nobody that looks
Yeah,
like me.
too bad. Nice to meet you.
If I can find him, I'll bring him over there. I'll introduce you.
He's over. It's like the first building I went into. He's got his whole family's there, and they're doing like a hunting clothing.
Yeah.
Out of
Which building?
I don't remember which one.
I
don't remember.
It's okay, I'll find him. If he looks like me, I'll find him.
him.
He's live streaming from his phone right now too.
Hey, yeah, check it out. We're live together.
Sure
No,
am.
down here.
That's really cool. That's awesome.
We got all this live streaming going on.
I'm like a YouTuber. Like, listen, I'm a car salesman, okay? And you can't hear what I'm going to say.
No, we can. The microphone's actually
Right over here. So, car salesman got fired. The wife is paying all the bills. My job is to go out. The perfect trophy husband gig, man. Like, all I got to do is go fishing and take videos, and that's it. It's so easy. Thank you.
That's fun. Yeah.
I might need something like this because there's spots. I can't. Is this
That's what I should have done. CES. I should have ran around with a live stream. That'd have been cool. New three-way calling. Yep. I have a hard time hearing his microphone, but I wouldn't want him to turn it up because then the reverb would be like insane. That would have been crazy. How you doing, Minion? Gold tooth? I think I don't remember if it was today. I looked at some point. I looked at the price of gold. Minion does have a little stash of gold. It's just gold flakes. I think it was worth like $70 3 years ago. It might be worth like $300 now. It's not enough for a gold tooth, but what do you think, Minion? Of course, it'd probably take like, I bet it would cost like $5,000 to get him a gold tooth implanted, just the procedure. And then I'd have to buy him a gold tooth. Because we wouldn't give up Lord Minion's flakes. That's his royal treasury. Yeah, we wouldn't give those up. No, sir. Yeah, that's what we have for gold. Yep. Gold tooth men's. Unfortunately, videos don't pay quite well enough. Like if I could get him a gold tooth and get the money back from the video views, and even if it went super viral multiple times, I don't think it would, Minion. I guarantee it'd be like $10,000 for a gold tooth. It might not be quite $10,000. I bet it wouldn't be far off because they have to mold it and everything. and then like $5,000 to install it. It'd be like a $15,000 endeavor. I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking. Kimbo would know maybe more what the price of dog procedures cost. Then again, she might not know much about the pricing of it as much as knowing more about the procedures. Not yet. Okay. Yes, gold is very expensive right now. I'd say we just settle for a silver tooth, but apparently silver is very expensive too, man. What? Are you too hot by the wood stove now? Well, here, I can shove you over here. I saw the panting. You don't have to be too close to the wood stove. Still in my first 2 years. Diamond encrusted grill for Lord Manny. We could do that. You want diamonds? I don't know if diamonds are going way up in value. Maybe we could get you a big diamond tooth. He has tiny little front teeth. I see diamonds in rings bigger than the size of the tooth. I'm probably do a diamond tooth. You think about diamond tooth, man? Problem is, you go and lose it somewhere, and then we'd have to search the yard for hours to find Minion's lost valuable tooth. Sorry, Minion. I'm missing 2 teeth as well, actually. So we'll just start losing some teeth. Yeah, I'm missing teeth too, Minion. I might get implants though. I don't know. It's expensive too. According to Google, a normal implant for him would be about 3 to 5K. Okay. Pretty expensive, Minion. That's about human prices. I think most dog dentistry stuff, from what I was looking up due to his tooth issues, like a root canal is kind of the same thing. I could try to save his large tooth. But we'd root canal and crown it. And it'd be quite expensive. And I don't know that it would be worth it versus just pulling it. There'd have to be some kind of advantage besides just missing a tooth. Use a strainer to find it. I have to install a tracker on the tooth, but I don't know, Minion. I don't know if that'd work very good. Vince doesn't need all his teeth. It can survive without a few teeth. That's right. I'm still surviving. I'm not really getting like super fat or anything. Maybe if I had my other 2 teeth, I'd get fatter. Minion, on the other hand, would find a way to eat as much food as possible with no teeth. Tracker like you're doing Spy Kids. Air tag it. Minion, you mind having a giant air tag hanging off your mouth all the time? That Minion's not even looking at me anymore. Minion. Lord Minion. Lord Minion. He will not make eye contact with me. He didn't like something I said. He just didn't like something. He's just, nope. Nope, he will not look at me. Will not. He's done with me. Yep, he's done with me. Whatever I said, he is now offended and refuses to look at me. Minion. Oh, say his name. Won't turn his head. Can you explain some of the differences between wood stoves and what made you decide on the one I have? Yeah, I probably can. I've had multiple different stoves. I had one in here that was a smaller footprint than this one, but it was just a wood stove, so it was a firebox. And it's actually rated for like 2,000 square feet. And cooking on it, it didn't have the removable trivets on the top, which is the thing that essentially makes a hole directly to the fire. So cooking on it was difficult without really heating it up, which made it like 90 in here, which meant we threw the doors open all the time. And this one being a cook stove, it's got an oven. It's basically a cook stove is a really old design wood stove that was very common. And so you can get old cook stoves like the one I have in the outdoor kitchen right now, which is in bad shape. They also sell new ones, and primarily, I think the Amish use them. But obviously, people that live off the grid trying to conserve electric and not wanting to go to propane, or just because I don't want to have to carry propane tanks around all the time. That's annoying. Um, so this one's made by Lenordica. I got it from Layman's, which is a gigantic off-grid store. Basically, it's basically like Walmart for off-grid people. It's in Central Ohio, and they sell a lot of stuff to Amish folks and things like that. But they've got some really cool low tech stuff for low tech lives. Of course, I have a hybrid life using stuff that's old tech, such as this, and much newer stuff. And I actually wanted to clean the glass before I went live, and I tried a little bit, but this wood stove has been running nonstop for like 7 days or something now, like just pushing heat all the time. Never gets a break because it's cold. I keep it moving. Right, man. I keep it moving. All right. Love the fans. Yeah, they're really cool. They're super cool. Found apparently a wood stove in her garage was my grandmother's dad built, but her mom, after it passed, still have one of the pipes for it. Kind of sad to see it was sold. Yeah, that is kind of sad. Stuff like that's kind of cool. Old heirlooms and stuff. I really like this stove. This stove is about perfect for in here. It's almost, I'm not going to say almost, it's actually undersized for heating this place right now when we get into lower single digits, 0 degrees days in a row. It's undersized. But it so rarely gets that way around here for a long duration that it's fun. Obviously, just how you stack the wood. If I stack the wood just right, it'll rip and actually still make it too hot in here. But just normal use, how it's intended to be used, it's a little bit undersized. You have any concerns about the glass? A little bit. It's actually a ceramic, from what I understand, like a clear ceramic. All that means is it can hold up to the heat way better than glass typically can. The only concern I have is if it were to break for some reason, which it's as brittle as glass. So if it would break, I'd have no way to slow the air from going in the stove at all, or even necessarily stop smoke from coming out. Controlling the fire would be extremely difficult. I would end up looking around here until I found a piece of steel, and I would cut steel to the size of the glass and retrofit it in there temporarily until I could get something else. So I would make it usable again. I would imagine if it broke, I would immediately call the company, and it would probably be 3 to 6 weeks until I'd get a replacement. But of course, I need the wood stove every day. So yes, I do have some concerns about the glass. Other than that, though, I know I can rig up something temporary. And I have more seal, so I could actually, and if not, I could use silicone. Tubes of pure silicone will handle up to almost 600 degrees or so, which would be pushing it, depending how I was burning the fire for holding it in there. Holding a piece of replacement steel or something in there. Do I know how to weld? I know how, but I've never welded, so the answer is probably no. That being said, lots of people around here with welders and neighbors and stuff, and they definitely know how to weld. So if I needed something, unlikely I'd have too much difficulty finding a welder. That I should order some spares in advance. I don't even want to know what it would cost. I about guarantee it's a $250 piece of ceramic. Is that type of glass to hold up to heat like this is not cheap. And of course I could, go get a piece of glass from a hardware store, but I bet it would break on the first use from the temperature extremes. You guys got some really good questions all of a sudden. That was awesome. Never mind the fact that I've not really been live in like forever. So you guys with pent up questions, well, now is the opportunity. Right, Minion? You better now that you're a little further from the wood stove. Yeah, you were getting warm. It's the origin story of the stove in the outdoor kitchen. That's kind of a cool story. I mentioned on the internet wanting a cook stove for it, and then one of the people from TikTok, which was the only platform I was on at the time, reached out. A local guy says, "Hey, I've got one you can have. I don't know what kind of shape it's in or anything." And I went and met him, and then we walked through like the woods and got to some fields, and here was this dilapidated cabin falling down. It's covered. We get inside, the stove's covered in black snakes, which if you guys have seen my videos, obviously, I know how to, get a hold of them and just get them out of the way. And then yeah, then we tried to get it out of there, and the stupid chimney was it was just a metal chimney just like this one, but it would just not let go. And these guys were, I don't know, young 20s or something. Um, I don't know what to say. They weren't they what do I want to say? The one might even live on a farm. Um, but sometimes there just comes a time when you just go crazy and start ripping and tearing. And I went over to that chimney and found the seam and started pushing in with my hands, and I ended up ripping the thing wide open. And I'm just working and ripping this chimney off, right? And I look over at those two guys, and they're just staring at me and then at each other with these huge wide eyes, like I had just like ripped open a safe door or something. I mean, they were just like, "Oh my god!" Like just staring, like I can't believe he just tore that metal apart. Like it was hysterical. Anyway, then we get a hold of the wood stove and we carry it out. Those two guys on one side, me on the other, and we carry the stove out of there, out of the woods. Got it up into the truck, and I brought it over here and did kind of a redneck restoration to it. Painted some stuff, cleaned up the rust, all that kind of fun stuff. Um, but yeah, I just remember I'm just ripping this chimney apart because they didn't know what to do and we didn't have any tools. And like, I just remember I wouldn't even tell the story if I hadn't looked at them and just seen their eyes, just like, oh my God, what just happened? It was pretty funny. And thank you for the info. I'm looking at different wood stoves and appreciate your info. Yeah, not a problem. When it comes to a cook stove, don't get a cook stove unless you need a cook stove. They're overly complicated, so unless you plan to actually cook on the stove, get a traditional wood stove. Um, they always have smaller fire boxes, which limits the size of wood you can put in them. Um, but no regrets for me on getting a cook stove, being it gets cooked on every night in the wintertime when it's cold enough. You think about Will's heated bed. I think it's kind of cool. Um, yeah, I think it's really cool. I actually talked to him some about the draft in the chimney, gave him an idea kind of about having a secondary fire at the end of the chimney that would start the draft for him, so he could start that first and then start his other fire, and it would suck all the heat through and he'd have a really good draft. Because hard to get a draft going on a chimney that's going sideways, particularly through like cool ground if you haven't been burning it in a while. Realize that was a picture. Wait, what? The picture and thought you had a big garage. I do have a big garage. I do now. But not that garage. Yeah, that's a trade show. That's actually a dual live, but he had to mute his mic because of feedback and issues. Happened to the cat, had to keep in a bucket because it was hurt. Well, I don't know what happened to him. Um, well, I should clarify. Dagger. I also put Dagger in a bucket a few times for being hurt. I'll make it sound like a punishment for getting hurt. A bucket of Epsom salt water. But Saber's the one that disappeared 2 years ago. 2 years ago in a month. And I never did find out what happened to him. What's up, Ohio? I hear it's snowy up there. I'll trade you snow for ice. How do I like the TRX? I love that thing. It's so much fun. Clarify Dagger is there. Yes. Dagger's here. Dagger's here. Dagger's good. Some reason people get Saber and Dagger all mixed up and think Dagger was the one that ended up disappearing, but I haven't actually made a video about it. I probably will eventually if I can find all the footage. But Dagger actually disappeared for 9 days about a month ago. Finally spotted him on a camera half mile from here. And so I waited because he kept going by that camera. I waited and then flew out there on my electric e-bike when I saw him in real time and just called for him and called for him. Finally heard him in the woods. He was calling back at me. And then I called for him for like another 10 minutes. And he finally emerged. I picked him up, brought him back here, put him inside, gave him some warm, soft food. I'm like, hey, remember this place? It's really cool and stuff. And he still wanders further than I'd like, way out that way all the time. Not all the time. But he's never decided to just randomly go for 9 days. I don't know if he found another spot with food or what. But yeah, I was a little bit nervous about that, knowing I hadn't seen him for so long, 9 days. But then he showed up. It's one of those things that happened in life that I keep meaning to make videos about, but man, there's only so many videos I can make. Only so many. But anyway, I gotta get back to doing some farm stuff. I probably should make myself some kind of dinner at some point too. That would be good because like almost 8 o'clock here now. But thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna start the other live back up again. And yeah, get to doing some stuff. Eating is good. Eating is good. No eggs and ravioli this time. I'm probably gonna have eggs and ravioli before Jen gets back. I can see that happening. I'm just eating sandwiches and honestly some pretty random stuff. Eating some pretty random stuff, guys. I like random stuff. But all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow I should be back doing the same thing, maybe with some adjustments or modifications. 2 p.m. Eastern time. I guess it's 11 a.m. West Coast time where Ridge is. And I will see you guys later.